Science fiction is a film genre that often occurs in futuristic settings and involves fictional science-based depictions such as extraterrestrial life forms, spacecraft, cyborgs, mutants, interstellar travel, or just time travel. And they often explore the political or social issues such as technological advancements or philosophical questions. The science fiction genre emerged with the release of The First Trip to the Moon by George Méliès in 1902, which showcased time travel using tricks and stop-motion techniques. As mentioned, sci-fi films often address societal issues such as social inequality, political systems, environmental concerns, and ethical dilemmas. This is influenced by the Cold War, a period marked by ideological conflict and an arms race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Films like Blade Runner and Children of Men explore themes of surveillance and authoritarianism, reflecting the audience's anxiety at the time. Post-war science fiction films focus on technological advancement and their impact on society. They contemplated with artificial intelligence, space exploration, and the consequences of scientific progress. This is influenced by the dropping of the atomic bomb, where this period raised ethical questions and the fears of nuclear annihilation. Movies like 2001: A Space Odyssey and Ex Machina examine the relationship between humans and technology, shedding light on our evolving interactions with machines. In addition to societal issues and technology, science fiction films offer philosophical reflections on human nature and the universe, providing an escape while prompting contemplation. Films like The Matrix, Arrival, and Interstellar delve into concepts of reality, consciousness, time travel, and extraterrestrial life, encouraging audiences to ponder the mysteries of existence. These films provide both a form of escapism from everyday anxieties and also an opportunity for introspection through storytelling. There was also the fear of UFOs in the 1950s, which also influenced the popularity of alien and monster films. The key films and evolution in the science fiction genre includes Metropolis in 1927, where it is considered one of the earliest and most influential science fiction films. It showcased the groundbreaking special effects for its first time and delved into the themes of technology, society, and class struggles. A few decades later, a film 2001: A Space Odyssey, released in 1968, is another landmark in science fiction cinema, directed by Stanley Kubrick, known for its stunning visuals pushing the boundaries for what science fiction could achieve on screen. Blade Runner was a later film in 1982 where it was a seminal work in the cyberpunk subgenre. It explored themes of artificial intelligence, identity, and humanity in a dystopian future setting. The Matrix in 1999, which was another landmark where it revolutionized visual effects and storytelling in science fiction films. It popularized the concept of virtual reality and questioned the nature of reality itself. In modern science fiction films, three significant movements have emerged. Firstly is the revival of the cyberpunk theme. As seen in films like Blade Runner and the TV series Altered Carbon, explores the futuristic technology in gritty urban settings. Secondly is the focus on climate change narratives, depicted in films like Snowpiercer and Interstellar, which highlights the environmental disaster and humanity's struggle to survive. Lastly, Afrofuturism has brought diverse perspectives to the genre with films like Black Panther and Sorry to Bother You, blending sci-fi elements with cultural identity and social commentary. Overall, science fiction films now encompass a wide range of themes beyond space exploration and futuristic technology. Common themes in the science fiction genre include paranormal abilities and technological advancements and their impact on society. They explore the pros and cons and also raising questions and dilemmas that could occur. Another theme is new discoveries and fear of the unknown. This is where, in many cases, they encounter aliens or extraterrestrial life, where it questions humanity's position in the universe and explores the threats and benefits of interacting with other beings. The third common theme in the science fiction genre is dystopian societies and post-apocalyptic world. These films depict bleak visions of future where humanity has fallen, whether it's environmental collapse, totalitarian regimes, or catastrophic events. They serve as a tale on the consequences of unchecked technological advancements or just societal decay. A very common narrative or link to this is A fourth theme is time travel and alternative reality. These films explore concepts like paradoxes and the nature of reality itself. It challenges viewers to consider the consequences of altering the past and experiencing different versions of reality. Although not necessarily a theme, but a very common narrative or trope in the science fiction genre is that in many of their trailers and films, they follow Todorov's narrative theory. When it comes to character types in the science fiction genre, binary oppositions are very clear as usually there's a good side and an evil side. These character types include aliens, humans, usually scientists or researchers, mutants, humanoids, androids, or robots. There are four very common settings in the sci-fi genre, where the first one is futuristic settings where they showcase the boundaries of technological advancements, and space settings where it explores the vastness of the universe, dystopian societies where it is a depiction of where society is fallen, alternative realities where it differs from our reality where different physics may apply, and an extra one which is retro-futuristic settings where some films may combine futuristic and past eras to create a unique blend. Iconography of this genre includes high-tech gadgets, holographic images, CGI, weapons of mass destruction, spaceships, teleportation machines, laboratories, robots, and unique costumes. When it comes to the mise-en-scène, costumes in sci-fi films are used as a visual iconography to speak to the audience. These costumes may reflect the climate or the social class and will normally be easily recognized as sci-fi. Sci-fi often uses the colors white and blue as this is connected to technology, which is a very common convention. Props common in this sci-fi are weapons, which often are futuristics involving lasers like lightsabers or laser guns, high-tech machinery like time traveling machines, portals, teleporters, and spaceships and shots of space. Using different camera angles are important when introducing a world to the audience. The most common shot types are panning, bird's eye view, or an establishing shot. Camera angles are also used to show how superior a person is compared to other characters. Sci-fi films often rely on special effects and CGI to make their current world look more dystopian or more technological.
Lead them to paradise.
They also use quick cuts as they can be used to create suspense in action scenes. Sci-fi films often uses exaggerated diegetic sounds such as explosions or other noises in order to create a fear in the audience. Sci-fi films also use sound effects in order to voice aliens or other new noises that aren't in the real world. Music is commonly begins with a slow leading and transforms into a crescendo in order to create suspense. There are several actors closely associated with the sci-fi genre. James Cameron. He made a splash with his futuristic thriller The Terminator with its fast-paced action and well-written script pleasing both critics and audience. Cameron went on to direct Terminator 2, Judgment Day, and Alien. Ridley Scott produced the films Alien and Blade Runner, which were his second and third features films respectively. Achieving cult status, the two films had their unique visual style and excellent world building, solidifying Scott as a sci-fi master. He recently returned to the genre with Prometheus and The Martian. George Lucas. Whilst Lucas has received criticism recently for his directing skills, there is no disputing the impact he had on modern cinema with the release of Star Wars, opening the door for many sci-fi films to be made, right up to today. The subgenres of the sci-fi include space travel involving exploration of the galaxy on futuristic spaceships as seen in films like Star Trek and Star Wars. Time travel is another subgenre which explores the concept of traveling time, whether if it's a central theme or a plot device. This is seen in movies like Doctor Who and Back to the Future. Cerebral science delves into the travel of the human mind and often explores abstract concepts related to reality and fantasy, as seen in films like The Matrix and The Eternals. Robot and monster films are a more modern subgenre which combines elements of robot science fiction and with monster narratives, and often involves a man vs beast scenario, exemplified by films like Transformers, The Terminator, and Godzilla. Disaster and alien invasion. This subgenre focuses on the catastrophic events such as alien invasion and disasters caused by extraterrestrial beings. These are showcased in films like The War of the Worlds and Arrival. Cyberpunk is a more modern subgenre where it examines the polarized extremes of what our contemporary society might develop if corporate greed is unchecked. The setting is typically set in near the future and references contemporary issues plaguing modern population. This is seen in films like Blade Runner and Tron. There are two film movements that influenced the sci-fi genre. One, which is the German expressionist films in the 1920s, which featured advanced visual techniques and social commentary. Fritz Lang's Metropolis in 1927 is a seminal work in its regard, with its elaborate futuristic sets and dystopian society. Another influential movement was the rise of film serials in the 1930s and 1940s, which often incorporated science fiction elements such as space travel, high tech, gadgets, and mad scientists.